Hi everyone. Today I'll be showing you how to fix a pull chain socket if the chain ever breaks, which is what happened last night. And I was looking for resources online about how to fix it, any diagrams about the mechanism and whatnot, and I couldn't find anything. So I'm gonna add this video here to help you in case this happens to you. So here we have the socket. It's what I found inside of our lamp, and you can see in here when we pull this chain, it pulls on a little mechanism that will rotate a little bar inside. I'll open it up and show you later, but it rotates a little bar inside that connects to two metallic pieces to complete a circuit. Okay, after filming, I realize you don't actually need to open up the entire socket to fix the chain. So if the chain is the only thing that broke, you can actually stop the video here, and you see that hook that moves when you pull the chain. All you have to do is take the old chain out, unhook it, hook in the new chain, one of the balls through that little hook there, and make sure you feed it through the opening, obviously, and then it'll be fixed from there. So you don't actually need to open up the entire inside if it's just the chain that's broken, because you can access it from here, as you can see. But if you want to see how the inside works, or if something on the inside is broken, you can continue the video. So that's how that works. Now to open this up, you're gonna have to unscrew a little screw inside the socket itself. So right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now this part is where it gets messy, because last night I opened this up and the spring just kind of threw all the parts everywhere because it's wound up, and that's what provides the force of pulling back when you pull on the chain. So we'll open this up slowly. You'll see it comes apart into two parts. And on this piece, this top half, you can see the two metal pieces that get connected by this gold bar here. And that's what completes the circuit, because this whole thing turns when you pull the chain. But yeah, this little bar rests on top of the whole mechanism, and it just rotates as you pull the chain. So yeah, this bar we can put to the side. This part came off, and then we had this little metal piece here, and this was what was actually attached to the chain. But last night it broke, and so we had just this part of the chain and this part of the chain, which was still attached to the metal piece here. It was just like that, just dangling because it broke out. So took that off. Our chain's a little bit shorter now because of that, but here's the bottom half, and it has the spring, and this spring winds around. You kind of have to twist it, and the twisting motion makes sure that the spring always wants to pull on the chain backwards. So when you pull down, the spring pulls it back. Okay, so to fix it, your chain, you're gonna wanna slide in this little metal piece here. It has a little area where you can slot the chain into. Yeah, so you're gonna wanna put the small end, like one ball of the chain, into the little cradle of the metal piece here, like that. And now we need to put it on to the spring. It should rest right on top of the spring easily. And this is where you have to then push the spring and wind it up, because the spring actually has this little filament or whatever outcropping here that is actually pushed by the arm of this metal thing. So you just kind of get it there, and you got to push it all the way so that it rests like that. And that'll kind of be held in place by this wall here of the bottom piece. And of course my chain came off, so I got to put it back there now. It might be easier to actually just wind the spring up first and then put the chain on. Put one ball in there, and it slides in. There, so now we have the chain. Oh, make sure your chain is fed through the opening first before you attach it. Okay, perfect. Now we put this little black piece that goes in the middle of the spring, like that, and the metal bar goes on top of that little black piece, like that. And now comes the tricky part where we have to keep this spring pushed down and put this top piece back on. So it's kind of like a puzzle, but you can see where the top piece slides in because this bottom piece has like teeth and this upper piece has grooves where it fits in. So you know exactly where it's supposed to go, but trying to make sure that that spring stays down as you put this on can be kind of hard sometimes, but we'll see what we can do. Okay.
Nice.
I got it. So now you see everything's together right now. If I let go of this, the spring is going to push everything open again, which is why we have the screw and the nut. So the screw is going to go into a little hole in there right beside that golden ring. So just like that. Push it down. And the nut goes on the bottom, right where that screw pops out. It has its own little groove where it rests. Put that in there. And this part can be tricky too, trying to tighten it while keeping it all pushed together. And there we go. And now you can pull on the chain and it'll pull back, and that makes that little gold bar rotate up there between a state of connecting the two pieces, connecting the circuit, and not connecting the circuit. So yeah, hope that helps, and thank you for watching. The bottom has little holes for you to feed the wires into. And what will happen is once you put the wires in, it'll actually grip onto these wires so that they don't pull back out. So I'll just shove that one in there, and the other one in there. And now the socket is connected to the wires. And then you just got to put it back in whatever receptacle it was in before.